Hey guys, so I am driving, so I am not going to be able to pay too much attention to actually looking at you, but I just wanted to come on really quick and talk about mom stress and mom guilt. I was just talking to a friend. It's Easter, by the way, tomorrow. I am not sure if you are a Christian or not, but if you are, it's Easter tomorrow, and I was talking to a friend about dyeing eggs, and she was like, oh my gosh, this is my only chance to dye eggs with my kids. And I actually, normally I would be like, oh my gosh, I need to dye eggs, and oh my gosh, I need to do this with my kids. But I was just driving, I'm on the expressway right now, and I'm like, I feel so free of mom guilt, and just free. I swear, I was driving and I felt like singing, like, freedom, because I remember a point in my life where I always felt that, like, FOMO, like fear of missing out, or like that stress of, like, oh my gosh, well, all the other moms are, taking pictures with the Easter bunny and posting them online, and and all these moms are doing all these things and taking them to all these Easter egg hunts and all these things that, like, we stress ourselves about, and we want to do with, like, the best intentions, by the way. Like, we want our kid, to involve our kids in different things and have them be around friends. Like, that's all great, and I'm not saying I still don't do all those things, but, like, a few years ago, I just felt so overwhelmed. I felt like I was never home. I never really got to, like, spend quality time with my kids, because I was always, like, running around and having all these commitments and feeling like I needed to be everywhere and do everything with my kids. And if I didn't, and then I, like, saw the picture online of the mom that posted the picture, so I've been watching all these people post pictures of the Easter bunny, and I've never not had my kids take a picture with the Easter bunny. They have every single year. I have an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old. And this year, I'm like, I don't care. Like, literally, I don't care. Like, post all the pictures if you want with all the Easter bunnies. Like, I don't care. I don't feel bad for my kids. My kids do a lot. And I don't feel bad that they don't get to take a picture with the Easter bunny, because you know what? Like, we've been really busy. And right now, the last thing, like, I have time right now between right now and church, which is the next thing at 5 o'clock. But you think I want to, like, dress my kids up? Like, they don't want to be rushed and dressed and just to go to the mall and stand in line and take a picture with the Easter bunny just so that I can, like, post it on Instagram and, of course, have the memory for myself. I love that, and I've always done it. But it just becomes so freeing when you can let those things go and not feel bad about them, because you guys, you're a good mom. Like, how much do you do for your kid or your kids? So much. From the little things to the big things, from the daily things to the things like this. But you do enough, and our kids do enough. And truthfully, sometimes I think that my kids are so spoiled because we're always doing so much. So you know what? I just wanted to come on for a few minutes and just tell you that you don't have to do everything. And you don't have to feel bad about it. Like, it's really, really freaking freeing when you don't do something and the rest of your friends are doing them and you don't even feel bad about it. You have no mom guilt, and you have no FOMO, no fear of missing out. Like, that's another thing. Like, with sports, like, it just became, I had my 8-year-old son was like so involved with sports, and it became a time where we were so close with, like, so many friends, and everybody's doing all these sports, and of course you want to, like, be a part of it, and you want to be with your friends, and you want your kids to be with their friends, and but it came to a point where I just was, like, sacrificing my family time and my rest time and my sanity just so that my kid was involved in something, so that, like, I wasn't the only one. Like, who cares? You just gotta let all of that go and really think about what's good for your family. And you know what? Think about when you were young, you weren't involved in a gazillion million different sports and activities after school where you didn't have a second of free time, and you came out okay. So this generation, we are so different. We have our kids involved in so much more. So if you don't have your kid involved in everything, don't feel bad. It actually, in the end, may be good. So if that's what your kids like, and I'm not putting you down if you want to do everything. I'm just saying, for me, it was really freeing when I was like, you know what? My kid doesn't have to be involved in everything, and I don't have to go to every birthday party, and I don't have to do everything. And it's really freeing when you can say that and you don't do it and you don't feel bad about it. Like, you don't have the mom guilt and you don't have the guilt for yourself. So just try it, because the only way that you can get to that point is by taking one step and doing it, and then you're like not feeling bad. And also teaching your kids. Like, I actually now teach I talk to my 8-year-old. My 4-year-old doesn't understand, but I tell him, you know what, like, for example, not with this Easter thing, but maybe with like sports. So I have like a strict Sunday rule. Like, Sunday is our day to chill as a family, to like connect without having to be somewhere and go somewhere. And so, there are some sports that are only played on Sundays, and all my son's friends are in it. But you know what? Like, that's just something I'm not willing to sacrifice. And he, of course, is upset because he loves sports and he wants to be with his friends, and all of his friends are together. But you know what? I just took the opportunity to teach my son that, you know what? You don't have to do everything that your friends do. And that doesn't mean that you're not cool, and that doesn't mean that you're not good. And you know what? You could do your own thing, and you don't have to do anything. I don't ever want him to have that FOMO, that fear of missing out, which is like so prevalent these days in our society. Like, I don't want him to ever feel like he has to do something and he has to do what everybody else is doing. Like, I want him to like be able to not do something that everybody else is doing it and not feel bad about it. Like, still feel confident and feel good. So I just wanted to come on here and tell you, if you're a mom and you've got kids, don't feel bad about not doing things, because you are still an amazing mom, and you don't have to have your kids involved in everything, and you don't have to do every single activity and event, and you don't have to go to every single birthday party in order for you to continue to be a really good mom. Your kids love you no matter what, and I'm sure that even like the small little things that you do on a daily basis are enough for you to be a really good mom. So let it go. Some things are just not worth driving yourself crazy. Like, some things, like, sometimes I just think to myself, I could go and do this that like all our friends are doing, or I could, do this with my kid and take him here and get this thing done, or I could just be with my kid at home. And it's hard, because at the beginning you feel bad, you feel like the mom guilt, and you feel like you're missing out, but then sometimes, like right now, that's why I had to come on, because I was just like literally driving in the car, because I had just talked to my friend about, dyeing eggs, and about, and then I was telling my husband in the car earlier that we didn't take a picture with the Easter bunny, but like, I was okay with it. I was like, oh gosh, we didn't take a picture with the Easter bunny. Normally I'd be like, okay, well, we have an hour, so maybe before church we could just get dressed and we could leave early and we could go take the picture with, like, and right now I was just like, you know what? I'm a good mom. I do everything for my kids. And so one year they won't have a picture with the Easter bunny. It's okay. I think that they will be just fine. So if you've been feeling overwhelmed all the time, and you've been feeling mom guilt all the time, and you feel like you have to do everything and go everywhere and have your kids involved in everything, you don't. And you're still going to be a good mom, and you're still going to have really good kids. It's just because you don't do everything and go to every party doesn't mean that you are going to have good kids, and it doesn't mean that you're a great mom. So just relax and get to the point where, like, you can say yes and you can say no, and it's all dependent on what's good for your family and good for your sanity. Because guess what? When mom's not okay, when mom's stressed out and overwhelmed, the building comes down. Like, the world comes to an end in your home when mom is not okay. So just be free. I can't tell you. That's why I had to come on right now, like while I was driving, and tell you how freeing it is to be like, I'm not taking a picture with the Easter bunny, and I am not gonna dye eggs, and I don't care, and I'm so happy. So I hope that if there's a few things on your list that you didn't get to do this Easter that you normally do, that you're like, and be okay with it and not feel any mom guilt, and feel good that you're still a good mom. Happy Easter, guys.